Spirit is illuminating a new beginning for you right now. Our world is about to receive an infusion of the new, expanding the possibility for a bright new horizon and raising consciousness to help you create a new future. Tune in with me and get ready to receive some very important angel messages on the new seeds that are now being planted, with divine guidance spanning from the new moon on July 5th through July 20th. On July 5th, we have a new moon in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is a very sensitive water sign, and a Cancer new moon always amplifies the intelligence of the heart. This means that your connection to compassion, love, forgiveness, and emotional intelligence will all be amplified throughout this moon cycle, helping you to soften your perspective and more deeply understand the truth of your feelings. A Cancer new moon also brings in a very motherly, nurturing energy, helping you to create safety and security in your home, finances, and emotional support system. If these areas of your life need change or improvement, then they might really call in your attention and invite you to do some much needed uplifting work. All of this is for the highest good, as according to the angels, you're having a safe, secure nest or home base to root into will make a powerful difference in helping you to hold higher spiritual consciousness sustainably. Now, speaking of higher spiritual consciousness, we have an incredibly exciting cosmic alignment occurring during this new moon. During this new moon, we'll be at the peak of the cosmic alignment known as the Sirius Gateway. Our new moon and sun will be aligned with our spiritual sun, which is the star Sirius. Sirius is 23 times brighter than our sun and is associated with spiritual awakening, discovering truth and authenticity, and receiving high-frequency spiritual information. Our ancestors from all over the world have paid special attention to Sirius and aligned many sacred rituals with its movements. Sirius is especially important in Egyptian mysticism, where it is the star that was considered to be the presence of the goddess Sopdet, who was closely aligned with Isis, Osiris, and Anubis. In ancient Egyptian mysticism, Sirius was an access point to the spirit realm and heralded the coming of great fertility, life, and divine light into our world. The Sirius Gateway comes every year and is marked by the alignment of the sun and Sirius, but this Sirius Gateway is very special because the sun, Sirius, and the new moon are all aligned. This is an extremely special and potent time for connecting with Sirius and will usher in a flood of healing, regeneration, fertility, and new life. This is going to be the perfect way for us to integrate the big downloads of high-frequency energy we received on the June 20th solstice and apply that high-frequency energy to new beginnings in our lives. The Sirius Gateway is also the beginning of the dog days of summer, which begins roughly on July 3rd and concludes after the Lion's Gate around August 11th. The phrase dog days of summer describes the time when Sirius rises in the east around dawn. Sirius is known as the dog star since it is part of the Canis Major constellation representing the hunter dog of Orion. The dog days of summer culminates around the Lion's Gate, the peak of which occurs on August 8th, wherein Orion's belt aligns over the pyramids of Egypt, signifying the flooding of the Nile and the ancient Egyptian New Year. In terms of collective spiritual energy, these dog days of summer are potent for integrating and grounding new light and higher consciousness, as well as making the necessary changes to root that new light into our world. This highly fertile, high energy time of transformation will begin to dip by August 11th after the Lion's Gate at the conclusion of the dog days of summer. Overall, this is going to be a huge time for getting into our light bodies and planting seeds to co-create a new future. With that extra magical cosmic backdrop in mind, let's dive into the angels' 3 big messages for this Sirius Gateway new moon. All 3 of the messages I'm about to share will likely apply to your path in some way, but if you want to get a sense of which angel message is going to be your leading theme or lesson, then pick a number 1, 2, or 3 now. Whichever number you're intuitively drawn to first will represent your angel message. Ready? Let's dive in. The angel's first message for the Sirius Gateway new moon is all about the dawning of the light body. First off, you're probably wondering, what exactly is my light body? All of us have a light body. Your light body consists of a multifaceted spiritual energy field that expands across the physical plane, wherein it is currently rooted into your physical body and into Mother Earth. The mental plane, wherein it not only holds space for your consciousness, but also gives you access to all consciousness in the universe. And the spiritual plane, wherein your light body expresses the radiance of your soul, mirrors the divine source, and merges with the divine creator across infinite spiritual dimensions of being. As humanity collectively evolves, we're awakening to our light bodies, meaning that we're becoming more aware of this divine, eternal, and multidimensional part of our being. As we awaken into our light bodies, consciousness is expanding beyond the physical plane, transcending the limits of the physical plane, and touching into the higher knowledge and wisdom of the divine creator mind in which all of reality is contained. According to the angels, this high vibrational energy and rare alignment between the sun, moon, and Sirius is sending our consciousness into our light bodies. This is expanding and illuminating our light bodies, helping us to feel connected to Source and helping us to better understand our oneness with the universe. We may even find ourselves reuniting with parts of our soul that have been lost or abandoned. For example, if you've ever experienced a trauma, whether in this lifetime or in a past lifetime, then it's possible that this could have caused you to dissociate with some part of yourself in an attempt to escape pain or try to feel safe. If this is the case, and you have experienced strong dissociation, soul loss, or self-abandonment, then now is your time to heal, reunite with wholeness, and to become more alive, awake, and aware of your divine power. And guess what? This theme of reuniting with your whole self doesn't stop at soul level healing and soul retrieval. This expansion into your light body is also going to spark higher intelligence and reunite you with the wisdom of the higher spiritual planes of being. This might spark new ideas, innovations, and inspirations that might just liberate you from the seeming limitations of the conditioned mind and change your life for the better. Overall, this movement into our light bodies is about dissolving density in order to make way for a major lift in our consciousness. So as these next weeks go by, notice and ask yourself, what is falling away in order for the new to be born? In particular, this is a time for illusions to dissolve and for a much higher perspective to break through, which can be healing in so many areas of life. Now, there's just one more cosmic alignment we must address in order to properly appreciate this amazing expansion of our light bodies during this Sirius Gateway new moon cycle. This new moon will be aligned with the dwarf planet Celestia at 11 degrees of Aries. Celestia symbolizes the beauty of shimmering light upon the sea. It summons mermaid energy, and mermaids spiritually symbolize the power of human consciousness to navigate the wild seas of consciousness and spirit. Celestia, symbolizing the merging of light and water, is all about spiritual ascension, since the process of spiritual ascension encompasses the birth of high-frequency divine light into the earthly plane. In the spirit realm, light is the actual substance of consciousness. Water happens to be the earthly element that best carries and births consciousness into the physical earthly dimension of being. In fact, water immediately takes on the physical structure and physical encoding of whatever conscious vibration is placed into it. To learn more about this, check out the research of Dr. Masaru Emoto, who proved that human consciousness can affect the molecular structure of water. Our current alignment with Celestia signifies that divine light and water are merging to create a new creative structure for us to experience in our world. When you stop and think about the fact that our physical bodies are about 70% water, then this really brings home the fact that we are transforming. Water is a medium to carry the light of higher consciousness into our physical bodies and physical realities. So, If you're experiencing big spiritual life changes and you sense that you might be in the midst of a major light body activation, then spend time in or near bodies of water in nature. You can also bless or pray over your drinking water and increase your hydration overall to help support these shifts. Water is going to be your anchor, your purifier, and your nurturer when it comes to these light body transformations. By the way, if you'd like to receive a light body activation with me on the Lionsgate, then click the link I left for you in the description below to join my Lionsgate light body activation session. The angel's second message for our Sirius Gateway new moon is all about detoxification. During this new moon cycle, many of us will be guided to go back over old ground and clear the past. This is going to be centered around clearing toxicity, especially toxicity related to the water element, since of course this is a very watery new moon, with the new moon being in watery Cancer and the current alignment with Celestia. This includes physical body detoxification, since again, our bodies are about 70% water and will especially center around detox for the blood and the flow of other bodily fluids. So tune into your body and ask it for any messages it may have for you regarding your health, detox, your diet, or anything it needs for you in order to optimally rise into this new vibration that we're receiving. This theme of detoxification will also encompass our world's oceans and bodies of water, helping those with divine purposes related to these areas of life to receive new information about cleansing and uplifting the health of the Earth's water-based ecosystems. Now, in the spirit realm, water typically symbolizes consciousness and emotion. According to the angels, many of us will be detoxing emotionally. This will include emotional detox from overstimulation in our busy world, stress, fear-based beliefs, emotionally toxic relationships or situations, and emotional trauma. Essentially, your angels want you to know that they are helping you to review what no longer serves you and clean it up so that you can be free to live with greater joy and well-being. By the way, detox can bring many symptoms with it. When you're detoxing from something that no longer serves you, it is possible to feel foggy, weepy, droopy, or just heavier than normal. If this occurs, then lean on spiritual practices such as meditation or healing work. Inner spiritual work can actually cause old toxins to transcend and shift into wisdom and light. So this is a big opportunity for you to level up. If you find yourself reviewing an old lesson or conflict, then know that this is your opportunity to react differently than you did in the past, thereby transcending old karmic patterns and seeding a brand new future timeline for your life. A particularly relevant cosmic shift to look out for related to this detox theme will occur on July 8th when Mars will be conjunct 21 degrees of Taurus, which is exactly where the extremely powerful Jupiter-Uranus conjunction occurred this past April. Mars is basically reactivating this shift, which was all about the crumbling of the old, a changing of the old guard, and a big step into the new. There will be another reactivation of this shift from July 14th through 16th as well, so notice what happens around these dates. This is a liberating energy that brings important truths to the surface, radically changes and dissolves the toxins of the past, and pushes us even further into the crumbling of top-down power structures in favor of the power of the people. The best way to move with this energy is to embrace change. Trust and lean into whatever is changing and let the old crumble, knowing that this is what serves the highest good. These shifts will plant the seeds for further shifts that will continue on in the autumn or spring if you're in the southern hemisphere, and help the further collapse of the old and rebirth of the new. The angel's third message for this Sirius Gateway new moon is all about nourishment. According to the angels, strong regenerative energy is now flowing into our world to help accelerate the arrival of a new Earth. This energy includes an expansion of fertility, health, and nourishment, and will guide many people to learn more about what best supports us to thrive in this world. Not only do we have a very motherly, nurturing energy coming in with the new moon in Cancer, but our new moon will also be aligned with Ceres, which is trine to Mars. Ceres is an asteroid that symbolizes harvest, grain, food production, and farming. Basically, Mother Earth in her nurturing mode. Ceres trine to Mars symbolizes the ongoing consciousness shift that humanity is just beginning to experience regarding our relationship with food production, farming, and Mother Earth. According to the angels, many people will be getting their next download of new information regarding how to most healthfully and harmoniously live and eat in this amazing world we live in. For some, this might translate to big realizations regarding their diet or where they source their food. For others, this could relate to receiving divine guidance to grow your own food. And for those whose divine purpose is related to agriculture, you might be getting a powerful download of inspiration and power to take the next steps in making our world a better place through your life's work. When I asked the angels for more details on this, they communicated that the big overall theme we'll see will include a shift back to our roots. Many of us will feel strongly guided to support local farms, especially those that grow food naturally, organically, and in ways that protect the health of the soil. Many of us will be guided to grow our own food, even if this is just in a small way, like growing sprouts or culinary herbs in your window. The purpose of this is for us to awaken to the sacred spiritual bond between humans and plants. The food we grow from heirloom seeds ourselves actually tunes in to our light bodies. If you touch, pray over, or sing to the seeds, then they'll bond especially to your energetic field and start to create the nourishment you need most, not only for your body, but also for your mind and spirit as well, since plants are not only physical foods, but can also be spiritual medicines and have a spiritual intelligence all their own. If you think about it, this type of relationship with the earth is so beautiful and symbiotic. When we nourish and care for the earth, including her plants and animals, then the earth nourishes us right back. According to the angels, this lesson is absolutely essential in our process of birthing a new earth. As a species, humanity is being guided to go back to the basics and the roots of our relationship with food and earth, and awaken to a much higher understanding of the deep interconnection between the health of the planet and the health of the human body and mind. Essentially, when we eat food grown from healthy soil, diverse in the natural microbes that we have evolved with over thousands of years, and drink clean, pure water, our potential to hold higher consciousness and a deep spiritual harmony with the planet and one another thrives. Remember, there is also a huge download of higher spiritual knowledge related to water coming in through this Sirius Gateway as well. So both the water and earth elements are being powerfully highlighted for us so that we can learn to wield and work with these elements in ways that supports higher consciousness and new earth. According to the angels, there will very likely come a time when we've learned to raise the vibration and consciousness contained in water in order to boost the yield, health, and consciousness of our crops, thereby further supporting the vibration of new consciousness. Now, there's just one more aspect to this nurturing energy that we should address for this Sirius new moon gateway. On July 11th, there will be a trine between Venus and Neptune. In fact, Venus will be very active throughout this moon cycle, and the Venus-Neptune trine will be bringing in beautiful, creative energy that has the potential to be very healing and cleansing for the heart and for relationships. So lead with your heart. Remember, the current energy is expanding the intelligence of your heart and will help you to understand your truest feelings. So make room in your heart and mind to allow for new awareness of your true needs. The better you understand your true feelings and needs, the better equipped you are to get those needs met and experience deep level nourishment right to the core of your heart. Thank you so much for tuning into these messages today and for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. It is my honor to be connected with you, and I can't wait to see what the path ahead has in store for us. If you'd like to celebrate the energy shifts we have coming up during this year's super powerful Lions Gateway, then click the link I left for you in the description below to join me for a light body activation on August 8th. I can't wait to connect with you there, and of course, know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!